things are as obnoxious as the empty assurances of people who claim they are more productive working from home. And they would promise they would be even more productive if they only worked 4 days a week. How about 3 days a week? We all know they're full of it. But it turns out the laziness of work-from-home finance types is actually not only hurting them, who cares, but it's hurting all of us. With us now, professor of data science at Washington University's Business School, host of MIT's data science podcast, Data Nation, Liberty Vittert. So all those people who say they're more productive working from home, no?
Yeah, I mean, I think we would all like to get 100% of the pay for 80% of the work. That sounds pretty good to me. But study after study has shown that it simply doesn't work.
All right, so you think about worker productivity, lowest levels in 75 years, currently stands at 3.5%, down 2.7% in the first quarter of 2023, 5 consecutive quarters of year-over-year decline. Labor productivity declined in 37 states in 2022. It'd be easy to blame lazy workers, but I think there's something deeper there.
Well, I mean, it's not just lazy workers. We have a whole new generation. We have quiet quitting, we have bare minimum Mondays, and now we have this push for a 4-day work week. In places like Massachusetts and California, legislatures are trying to push bills on companies to get to this 4-day work week. But we've seen that it doesn't work. They've done long-term trials in Japan and France that have clearly shown that productivity decreases over time.
All right, so in the end, the people who get hurt the most are the people who still are working 5 days a week on the assembly line or at restaurants or anywhere else.
There's enormous job insecurity that comes for people who are working full-time, because all of a sudden, if you have people working 4 days a week, having less productivity, you end up having part-time workers come in, which is what both Japan and France saw. And so then people who have these 5-day-a-week jobs have less job security because there's all these part-time workers looking for more work.
All right, so help us understand who really it gets the advantage here. Is it the employers? Is it the sort of wealthier, elite class of finance workers and office workers who are able to work from home?
It's completely the elite class. It's it's hardworking Americans who are losing out by this because they're going to have less job security, less productivity, and there's not any more happiness. A lot of people, the big argument is employees will have better well-being with this, but we've seen for the first couple months, people might be happier, but then they become unhappy because they have less job security and because they are making less money overall as companies hire in more part-time workers.
Is, in a weird sort of in a perverse sense, even though productivity goes down, do companies like it because in the end they know they can get to part-time work that they don't have to give benefits to, on and on and on?
We haven't seen that play out. That's what a lot of these sort of think tanks are saying to companies to try to get them to try this out. But that's not what ends up happening. In Iceland, for example, they did a whole study on this for 2 years, and the government actually ended up having to pay out $40 million a year to be able to make up for the loss of productivity.
Wow. Fascinating. All right. And for some reason, I don't think they're going to a 4-day work week and work from home in China, are they?
No, I think we're at a 7-day work week there. So our adversaries are not. I don't see that.
What do they call it? 6-9-9, 6 days a week, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.?
Exactly.
Got it. All right. Thank you very much. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.